Hello, we are Team Vanguard, and we're excited to present our project as Sentinel, an AI-powered crime intelligence platform that gives law enforcement a single, unified view of crime data, enabling faster, smarter, and more informed decision-making. Sentinel has been built end-to-end on a fully serverless architecture using the Zoho Catalyst platform. It is powered by a realistic CCTN S-aligned dataset, making it well-positioned for seamless integration with real-world law enforcement systems. With that, let's dive into the demo. Access begins at authentication. Officers sign in with their existing department identity, so there are no new credentials to manage. From there, authorization is rank-based. An investigator sees case tools, an analyst sees analytics, an administrator sees everything. Once you log in, you land on the command view, where you can see a real-time operational picture of crime, highlighting FIRs, open investigations, case clearance rates, and other critical metrics. Change this one-time filter and the entire dashboard recomputes. Need insights for a specific period? Simply select a custom date range, and every metric updates automatically. When you're done, you can export the complete dashboard, including all charts and visualizations, as a PDF with a single click. Beyond the high-level metrics, the dashboard offers a rich set of interactive visualizations that help officers uncover patterns and make data-driven decisions. The Crime Trends chart lets you analyze crime over time with yearly, year-to-date, half-yearly, or monthly views, or simply choose a custom date range to focus on a specific period. The Crime by Category bar chart breaks down offenses across major crime heads, while the Case Status Donut provides an at-a-glance view of how FIRs are progressing from registration to resolution. The Karnataka heat map highlights districts based on case volume, with filters that let you focus on the top K districts. The Station Load chart shows the number of open investigations assigned to each police station, helping identify workload imbalances across the force. The dashboard also includes an accused age profile, which shows the distribution of accused individuals across different age groups, a crime flow Sankey diagram that traces every case from crime category to offense type and final outcome, and a socio-economic correlation map that overlays crime with key indicators such as literacy, income, and other demographic factors, allowing officers to explore deeper correlations interactively. Scrolling further, the Trends section provides a multi-line crime trend by offense category, arrest and surrender trends over time, and a seasonality heat map that reveals how different crimes fluctuate across months of the year. The Composition section offers a split between heinous and non-heinous crimes, a case category breakdown covering FIRs, UDRs, PARs, and zero FIRs, along with a ranking of the most frequently invoked legal sections. The Case Lifecycle dashboard tracks the complete investigative journey, from case registration to disposal. It includes a status funnel, case pendency aging analysis, average charge, sheet filing delays, and investigation timelines across different crime categories. The Demographics section provides insights into complainant occupations and age distribution, accused gender distribution, repeat offender patterns, victim profiles, distinguishing civilians from police personnel, and arrest versus surrender outcomes. Finally, the Workload section brings everything together with insights into rank distribution across the force, investigating officer caseloads and court workload based on charges sheets filed. Every visualization updates instantly as you adjust the time filter, ensuring the insights are always current. The Incidents view is the live pulse of the district, providing a real-time stream of newly registered FIRs as they are reported. Each entry captures key details such as the crime number, offense, police station, district, date of registration, and a color-coded case status. Amber for under investigation, blue for charge sheeted or under trial, green for disposed, and gray for closed. With all the critical information presented in one place, officers can assess the status of every new
crime
case
map
at a
is
glance.
where
Data meets geography. It opens with an interactive map of Karnataka, allowing officers to navigate the state the way policing is organized, from the state level down to individual districts, and finally to specific police stations. Districts are displayed as a live choropleth map, where darker shades represent higher crime volumes, making crime hotspots immediately visible. With a single toggle, the same map can switch from crime intensity to policing jurisdictions, coloring each district based on its command range. Officers can further overlay live incident hotspots either as a heat map or as individual case markers, or disable these layers altogether for a cleaner geographic view. But the map is more than just a visualization of crime. It also provides complete jurisdictional ownership. Selecting a district instantly reveals the command hierarchy responsible for that region, including the commissioner or superintendent of police and the officers reporting to them, along with their rank, photograph, email address, and contact number. This makes it easy to identify and reach the officer responsible for any jurisdiction. Drilling down another level into a police station displays station-specific information, including the station code, department, geographic coordinates, address, and even a photograph of the station. The crime map unifies crime, geography, and command in a single interactive view. AI analytics is the brain of the platform. This is where raw case records turn into foresight through 5 tools, each answering a different question a real investigation asks. The first is crime patterns, the question of when. It profiles the rhythm of offending across the day, the month, and the week, surfaces the peak windows, and lays out a heat grid of which crime types spike in which part of the day, so a commander can build a patrol schedule that matches when crime actually happens, not guesswork. The second is crime links, the question of who together. It reconstructs the co-offending network from the data. Every person who's committed crimes alongside another becomes a node, and the clusters that emerge are the gangs. You pick a ring from the list and instantly see its members, its leader, and every crime tied to it. Organized crime mapping that would take an analyst weeks, done in seconds. The third is case linkage, the question of is this the same offender? You take one crime and it ranks every other FIR by how likely it was committed by the same hand, comparing modus operandi, distance, and timing, and it shows you exactly which behaviors the 2 cases share. And it doesn't just claim to work, it's validated against ground truth, reporting an accuracy of ROCAUC .88, right in line with the published forensic science literature, with an adjustable threshold so an analyst can tune it between catching more links and cutting false alarms. The fourth is forecasts and risk. It answers what's next, top to bottom. It opens with anomaly alerts, any crime type or district spiking above its own baseline so you see what's abnormal right now. A horizon control lets you set how many weeks to project, feeding 3 forecasts. Overall FIR volume across Karnataka with a confidence band, then the same by crime head and by district. It then turns to risk, a district risk board, ranking where crime's heating up next month, a repeat offender risk score for habitual offenders, and a risk score distribution showing the overall shape of the threat. And none of the models use religion, caste, or gender. Risk is about behavior, so it's fair by design. And the fifth is financial trails, the question of follow the money. It screens the transactions around economic and cyber offenders for the classic money laundering patterns, structuring, layering, mule hubs, round-tripping, and surfaces a prioritized list of suspects, each with a plain language explanation of why they're flagged, alongside a money flow network you can trace from source to destination. 5 questions: when, who, same offender, what's next, and where's the money? 1 workspace, all answered from the same live data. Case files is your direct window into the entire FIR records database. From a single searchable interface, you can access any table in the system: cases, accused, victims, complainants, arrests, charges sheets, legal sections, and even master reference data, and view the records exactly as they're stored. Finding specific information is just as simple. Select a column, choose a filter condition, enter a value, and instantly retrieve the records you need. And when you need to work with the data offline, you can export the entire database to Excel with a single click, with each table neatly organized into its own worksheet. The investigation diary digitizes the case diary every officer is legally required to keep, and it's organized the way an investigation actually unfolds across 8 sections. It opens on the overview, the case at a glance, FIR and case identifiers, the sections invoked, station and district, the investigating officer, and a status you update as the case moves. The case diary is the day-by-day record, each entry capturing the steps taken in the officer's own words, the places visited, the persons examined, and the times of departure and return. Statements holds witness and accused statements, and this is where it gets powerful. A statement can be typed, spoken, and auto-transcribed, or photographed and read by OCR, with the audio saved for playback. Evidence is the material record. Every exhibit with its description, type, seizure memo reference, storage location, and forensic FSL status. Persons ties together everyone connected to the case, complainants, witnesses, suspects, accused, with their role, current status, and notes. Timeline reconstructs the case chronologically, ordering every key event into a single audit trail. Findings is where the investigator logs conclusions, observations, and next steps as leads develop. And AI Summary closes it out. One-click drafts an investigation brief, written only from this case's own entries and citing its sources, ready for a handoff or a reopening, and exportable as a PDF. In short, it turns the mandatory case diary into a living digital record, capture in any form, across every part of an investigation, and hand it off in seconds. The inmate registry is Sentinel's custody and corrections layer, a single record for every person in the system, under trial or convicted. Each profile carries their status and facility, the charges in court, the sentence with remission and expected release, a full custody timeline, bail history, post-release reporting, and a repeat offender flag, all searchable and filterable by name, FIR, section, facility, or release window. It raises the alerts that matter, upcoming releases, bail hearings, missed reporting conditions, and shows the system-level picture, the under-trial to convict ratio, and which prisons are over capacity. In short, it tracks every person in custody from arrest to release and flags what needs attention before it's missed. This is where anyone on the force, investigator, analyst, or policymaker, asks a question in plain English and gets an answer they can actually see. If I ask, show me the top 10 districts by number of FIRs, instead of a paragraph, it queries the live database, ranks the districts, and draws the chart right here in the conversation. Now something different. Break down all cases by crime category. It understands the question and answers it directly, breaking down the full composition of crime for you, backed by the source data. But here's what makes it built for the field. You don't even have to type. Tap the mic and speak your question out loud. It understands English, Hindi, and Kannada, so an officer can ask in whatever language they think in and get the same instant visual answer. You can also ask about the platform itself. Say, take me to financial trails, and it becomes a guide, explaining the feature and handing you a card that jumps you straight there. And every conversation is saved in the side panel, your full chat history, multiple threads to jump between, resume, or reset, so your work is never lost. Every police force runs on its people, and Sentinel brings the human side of policing together through 3 connected modules. The officer directory serves as a comprehensive personnel database, listing every officer along with their name, rank, KGID, unit, district, and contact details. Powerful search and filtering capabilities let you find officers by name, badge number, phone number, station, district, or rank. Selecting an officer opens their complete profile, making it easy to identify and contact the right person within seconds. The duty roster provides a clear week-by-week view of officer deployments, Shifts are displayed in a simple color-coded calendar with an intuitive legend, allowing supervisors to quickly see who's on duty, navigate between weeks, and plan upcoming schedules. The organizational chart visualizes the chain of command for each district, presenting the reporting hierarchy in true rank order. It provides a clear picture of leadership structure and reporting relationships across the force. Together, these three modules answer the fundamental operational questions every officer needs to know: who is in the force, who is on duty, and who reports to whom, all from a single unified interface. Access and Audit is the admin's governance console. It controls who can do what and records who did what. On one side, you assign every officer a role tied to their rank: investigator, analyst, supervisor, policymaker, or admin, and that role decides exactly which parts of Sentinel they can open. On the other, it keeps a complete audit trail of every action on the platform: who, what feature, from which IP and location, on what device, at the exact time in IST, all filterable and exportable to CSV or Excel. Access is controlled by rank, every action is logged, and nothing happens in the dark. Thank you for watching this demo of Sentinel. I hope this walkthrough gave you a clear picture of how the platform brings crime intelligence, analytics, and forecasting together into a single, actionable system for the Karnataka State Police. Thanks again for your time, and that's a wrap.